The Silent Echo, Tales of Buddha. In the peaceful monastery of Nalanda, nestled amidst the towering Himalayas, lived a young monk named Siddhartha. Known for his curious nature and thirst for knowledge, Siddhartha was always eager to learn more about Buddha's teachings. One day, an esteemed sage named Vishnu visited the monastery. Vishnu was renowned for his deep understanding of Buddha's teachings and his ability to convey them through simple yet profound parables. Intrigued by Vishnu's wisdom, Siddhartha approached him with a question that had been troubling him. "Master," he asked, "why is it that despite our diligent practice and study of Buddha's teaching, we often struggle to find true peace and enlightenment?" Vishnu smiled gently at Siddhartha's earnest question. Instead of answering directly, he invited Siddhartha to join him on a walk through the monastery's serene garden the next morning. As they strolled through the garden, Vishnu stopped by a tranquil pond. He picked up a small stone and tossed it into the pond. The stone created ripples that spread across the surface before gradually fading away. "Siddhartha," Vishnu began, "our minds are like this pond. Every thought we have is like a stone thrown into it, creating ripples of emotions, reactions, and further thoughts. These ripples can disturb our inner peace." Siddhartha listened attentively as Vishnu continued. Buddha's teachings are not just about understanding the nature of these ripples, but also about realizing the silence that exists beneath them, the silence that remains undisturbed no matter how many stones are thrown into the pond. Vishnu then guided Siddhartha to sit by the pond in silence. As they sat there, Siddhartha began to understand what Vishnu was trying to convey. He realized that in his eagerness to understand Buddha's teachings, he had been focusing too much on the ripples. The words, concepts, and intellectual understanding had overlooked the underlying silence, the direct experience of peace and clarity. The realization marked a turning point in Siddhartha's journey. He began to spend more time in silence, observing his thoughts and emotions without getting caught up in them. He discovered that this silence was not empty, but full of insight and wisdom. It was like an echo that subtly revealed the profound truths of Buddha's teachings. Word of Siddhartha's transformation spread throughout the monastery. Other monks began to follow his example, spending more time in silent meditation and contemplation. The monastery became known as a place where one could not only learn about Buddha's teachings, but also directly experience the peace and enlightenment they pointed towards. One day, during their silent meditation by the pond, Siddhartha asked Vishnu another question that had been on his mind. "Master," he asked, "how can we maintain this inner peace amidst our daily activities and interaction?" Vishnu replied with a smile, "Siddhartha, maintaining inner silence does not mean withdrawing from life or avoiding activities. It means being fully present in each moment without getting lost in our thoughts or emotions." He continued, "When we eat, we fully taste our food without thinking about other things. When we listen to someone, we fully listen without preparing our response. When we work, we fully engage in our work without worrying about the outcome." Siddhartha took these words to heart and started practicing mindfulness in his daily activities. He found that his practice not only deepened his inner silence, but also made his activities more joyful and fulfilling. Now, the moral of the story that we learn from here is, in our quest for knowledge and understanding, we often get caught up in words and concepts, the ripples on the surface of our minds. But beneath these ripples lies a vast ocean of silence, an echo that subtly reveals deeper truths. The silence is not empty or void. It is full of insight and wisdom. It is in this silence that we can truly understand and embody Buddha's teachings. So let us learn to value this silence, to listen to the silent echo as we walk on our path towards peace and enlightenment. Moreover, each one of us has a unique journey toward understanding life's profound truths. It is essential to remember that there is no one-size-fits-all approach when it comes to spiritual growth. What works for one may not work for another. Therefore, it is crucial to stay open-minded and respect each other's paths towards enlightenment.